A powerful storm struck Attica, claiming the lives of 2 residents and causing extensive damage to buildings, roads, and infrastructure. Between 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday, January 21, and 6:30 a.m. on Thursday, January 22, the fire department received 910 emergency calls. During this period, firefighters carried out 318 water evacuations, 32 tree fellings, 61 evacuations, and 10 cleanups. The storm affected all neighborhoods, but Glyfada, Vari, Voula, and Vouliagmeni were the worst affected. In Vari, roads turned into fast-moving torrents, causing road collapses and infrastructure damage. A fire truck overturned at the intersection of the Aegean and Tripoli roads due to mud and debris, while drivers were trapped inside their vehicles. In one incident, a woman climbed a tree to escape the floodwaters until firefighters rescued her. Severe weather with tragic consequences struck Attica and the Peloponnese on Wednesday, January 21, 2026, despite timely warnings from meteorologists about severe storms. Schools in Attica remained closed, and emergency calls to 112 were repeatedly made, but 2 people lost their lives. The severe weather began early in the morning and gradually intensified. By midday, the situation had spiraled out of control, causing irreparable damage to the capital. In Glyfada, a 56-year-old woman died instantly when she was swept away by a car that lost control due to the strong current. The 56-year-old woman was attempting to cross Kyrilou Methodios Street when a passing vehicle, losing control due to the strong current, dragged her and trapped her under a parked car. Firefighters pulled her out unconscious, and doctors pronounced her dead, spreading grief throughout the local community. Hours earlier, in the port of Astros, Kenoria, a 53-year-old Coast Guard officer, lost his life while trying to secure a boat amidst severe sea turbulence. A large wave swept him overboard and threw him into the sea in front of his colleagues. Although immediately taken to a medical center, he succumbed to his injuries, having hit his head. In total, from yesterday morning until 6:30 a.m. today, the Fire Department Operations Center received 910 calls for assistance for the Attica region. So far, the following actions have been carried out: 318 water pumping operations, 32 tree cuttings, 61 people moved to safety, and 10 objects removed. The problems caused by heavy rainfall and violent storms occurred throughout the valley, but the greatest were recorded in Glyfada, Vari, Voula, and Vouliagmeni, the areas where the fire department received the most calls. Vehicles were immobilized, drivers trapped inside and requiring firefighter assistance, while roads were turned into debris flows. In addition, the rivers in Asperpyrgos and Rafina, Agios Ioannis and Megalorima, overflowed, and residents from the surrounding areas were evacuated. In many areas of Attica, such as Varonis, Chilandri, Iliupoli, and Ampelokippi, rainfall exceeded 115 millimeters as of 7:30 p.m. yesterday, according to the National Observatory of Athens Network of Automatic Meteorological Stations /meteo.gr. Papagou recorded 146.4 millimeters of rainfall. The road network in Attica suffered serious damage. Roads were flooded, vehicles were immobilized, and dozens of drivers required assistance from the fire department to evacuate to safety. According to the fire department, the greatest problems were identified in Glyfada, Voula, Vari, Vouliagmeni, Oropos, Koropi, Ni, and Serenikos. The fire department's operations center received more than 450 calls in Attica alone, primarily for water pumping, relief, and tree felling. Heavy rainfall also affected the operation of the electricity and tram systems, particularly in the Mosceto and Calithi areas. In Oropos, continuous rainfall caused landslides in Agioi Apostoli, resulting in traffic disruptions, while many vertical streets turned into torrents. The severe weather caused deep concern in many parts of Attica. Shortly before midnight, a 112 alert was sent to residents of Rafina due to the overflowing Megalorima River, while residents of Aspropyrgos also received a similar notification of dangerously high water levels in the Agios Ioannis River. Thanks to the timely intervention of the fire department and municipal officials, major flooding of homes was avoided, as sandbags were used and the riverbed was dredged. In the tunnel under Spirou Louis Street, cars were stopped and nearly submerged, with traffic police halting traffic for hours. Similar scenes were recorded in Rentis, where the streets around the central market turned into a torrent, and traffic moved with difficulty under the direction of police officers. The bad weather also caused serious problems for electric train travel, with the Moscato-Calathea line being suspended for several hours due to flooding. At the port of Piraeus, most ships remained docked, except for 2 routes to Crete late at night.